Mic check, mic check. Are we live?
We're live.
Woo! It is super hot out here.
It is.
Not as hot. Yeah, it is hot. Well,
Is it
all right,
hot
stay
as
cool,
50
guys. Stay cool. We got drinks. We got drinks.
Yes,
I got my
we do.
cold
Y'all
E,
And I had
42 ounce. But
Got these on you.
I'm keeping it hood. I'm keeping it hood.
all right, we'll take a shot. We'll take a shot for everybody. So stand by.
The ongoing series about the life of the people touched by the love of the Pacific. Here are their stories. This is Highway 54.
Happy Sunday, everybody. Welcome to Highway 54.
Hey.
Hey. Happy Sunday.
What's happening?
Hey, I know, man. DJ Mr. A is back in the house. Carla D3 and Coach Anthony from About
Yeah.
That Wallet. Wow. Hey, so I don't know. We can start off because I'm kind of thirsty. That looks fun. That looked
I'm
funny.
jealous.
That looked fun. So finally got the old E, but it's a plastic bottle
I told you.
and it's 42 ounce, so another extra 2 ounce.
You know what that means, right? A plastic bottle. That means you can
Yeah.
drink by the pool.
Joe. Okay.
See?
Tough being a genius. Jeanus.
I know. Drink in the pole. All right. I'm gonna take a
Because
swig.
he's smart.
Hey, I drink that.
Oh, he poured his in a glass. Oh, you bougie.
Wow,
I
it's
got,
not.
I got a little smarty this time. It was hard to drink this bottle
Yeah.
on camera. So
It's not that. It's not
Yeah,
that
the more you
bad.
drink, the heavier
It's
it
not.
gets.
Boy, don't give a fuck. He's taking it to the head.
I'll tell you right
And,
now. It's
Just
so
to
hot
warm
here in
out
San
for
Diego.
Coach Anthony.
Mm.
I got my got my Hennessy shot.
Ooh.
If I can open it.
So you mix in Hennessy with the beer? That's a good chaser.
Hey, yeah. So
yeah,
Yeah,
Is
right.
the Hennessy a good chaser for the
His
oldie?
right arm
Right.
I was off yesterday and off today. I didn't do nothing but sleep, so I earned this.
Ah, there you go.
There you go.
Well, it's more than a shot, bro.
Clean up your sinuses.
I'll take
Come on, you can
a
do
swig.
You can do it.
CD Guns Blaze.
I
One.
deliver
What you,
it.
what
Yeah,
you
yeah.
sipping on, man? You sipping on anything?
What you drinking, man?
He's saying chug, chug, chug. What he sipping on?
Are you drinking orange juice? Oh my
Yeah.
You a rebel. He got it with a pulp.
Yeah. 50%.
That's okay.
Ooh, CD Guns.
I'm drinking,
Thug Thizzle.
as my mom would say, I'm drinking Shamal tea.
Shamal tea.
Chamomile.
All right, guys, spread the word. We have a very important show today because, man, Friday was an historic event. I don't know if it's a nightmare. I don't know if it's a change of times. But, you know, the past 4 years, 5 years has been like life altering to our history. And we're going to be talking about this in the next 5, 10, 20, 30 years from now. Like, where were you when this happened, right? Talking about Roe versus Wade. So at the end of the show here, we're going to talk about it. Basically, I know about Roe versus Wade, but I didn't know it went back many, many years and all the timelines and why it's important, what happens now and all that. So we'll talk a little bit about that. I'll give you some facts and all that. So, but we do have our segments, and we do have a new segment, and I think Carla's going to set it up where we'll have someone call in.
What time was
after Anthony, so about 6:30 ish, 6:20.
Okay.
Yeah, something like that. But we're gonna have people call in, and we're gonna give you our best and worst advice. We'll see what happens.
They ain't listen to us. They can't go wrong.
Yeah,
We would lie to you.
Oh, I've heard that all weekend. I've heard that all weekend.
I know, right? All right, D3, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, we've got questions here. Hold on.
Well, for those of y'all that don't know me, I'm a dreamer. I constantly sit back and have some peace and quiet, and I sit back and think about things and whether they're conducive to what I'm trying to accomplish. That could be an opinion, but I was sitting back thinking, and in our group text that we were talking about for this show, we were talking about the overturning of Roe versus Wade, and that got me to thinking too. There's a lot of different things that people go through, and a lot of different things that we complain about, a lot of different things that we agree with, a lot of different things that we wish that we could change or keep the same. So with that being said, even though Roe versus Wade was changed, I want to ask this question. If you were president for 7 full days, what would you do? What's the first thing you would change? What's the first thing you would reinstate? What's the first thing that you would do away with? What would you do? And would you care about the ramifications after that 7 days is over with, when your term is over? Or would it really matter? I'm D3. I got questions.
Wow, that's actually a great question. We can go on for days for this. So let me start off. So maybe three things. Universal health care. Okay. Private hospital, private care is still there. If you got the money, you know, you're a millionaire, billionaire, whatever, you want your own private, it's still there. But for basic universal health care, coughs, broken bones, stitches, you know what I'm saying? That's all taken. Pregnancies, most they'll be covered. Mm-hmm. Cancer, almost everything is covered. But if you want private health care, it's there. Right. Federally fund that. Fuck it, we had taxes always coming in. Number 2, federally fund education. When I say federally, it is a federal ranking. Like we have our federal schools, our military schools on base, right? Those guys are like ranked at like GS11, GS12 with housing and all that shit, right? Education, make it across the board, whatever city, state you live in, they have pretty much the basic pay of like a GS11 or GS12, probably GS9 to 12 or 13. Take care of our educations. Number 3, stop touching our Social Security and we paid for that. There never, yeah. I think last time I heard was there's about a trillion or 2 trillion in surplus as Social Security, because we pay into that every 2 weeks, whatever it is, right? Every week, and that does not touch into the deficit. Anyways, those are my top 3: Social Security, healthcare, and education.
I'm not mad at that at all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll probably do your student loans.
Mm.
Number one. But because of the policies the way they are, regarding this Roe versus Wade thing, the first thing that I would do is implement the ability to collect child support on conception, and for either which one, because sometimes the women don't want the children either, so they got something. Secondly, I'll probably do is I don't know, give more incentives to people who are investing in impoverished neighborhoods, similar to the opportunity zones that Trump put in place. But I'm gonna make it at a shorter term. Trump said for 10 years. I'm thinking at least 5 to kind of get people more anxious to get invested versus the 10 that he already has in place. And I'll be with it.
Okay. Carla,
I'm pretty much ditto
Eric?
with you, Floyd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the first start.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Carla, D3, what do you guys think?
Equal pay.
Okay.
Because especially in like my career field, when it comes to men and women that, we pretty much have like the same qualifications and they get paid like $20K or $30K more than you. So I would definitely have to say equal pay.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
You know what I think about?
And also, I think that pedophiles should be castrated.
I mean, yeah, I can't disagree with that.
Can't argue with that. It's a horrible thing. Yeah.
It is.
But the only problem I got with that is that's only getting rid of part of the problem.
That's true.
The way they think is still going to be the same.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. You still do damage.
They still got fingers. They can still sodomize somebody. So,
Right. Yep. Yeah.
Well, we can
That's
cut
tough.
off their fingers too.
so then all they can do is take donuts.
Yeah.
No, but my first 7 days, well, the only 7 days, the first thing I would think about is possibly just all this. I don't care if this is a popular opinion or not. All of this money that we're sending to Ukraine, I think a portion of that can go towards military members that are about to retire. Because about to retire or be discharged. Now think about it. How many times before we were actually enlisted, where we were asked, okay, have you participated or are you willing to participate in was it selective service? So just in case there is a draft, they would draft you. Now, if that's the case, when I'm getting out, why couldn't they make, and then you're in the inactive reserve after you get out. So how about if they had a program to help, I guess, ease back veterans into the workforce? They have like a federal agency or just a part of it to where they have veterans that, regardless of what their job is, they can actually use those same skills to help, I guess, develop some type of contract or something like that with local schools.
Yeah.
As security for those schools or something like that too.
Oh yeah.
Because being in the military, you have to learn how to shoot a 9mm regardless of what your job is.
Yeah.
So you do have weapons training every year, just about. So if that's the case, then possibly the government can implement some type of security force or something like that to help out during times of where they might have mass shootings at school. They might be able to retard any of that. That's a thought, but either way, it still goes back to training, proper training.
I think that should be a program under Homeland Security.
Because that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, fairly funded, where we're doing security for schools. I mean, I do agree that there should be more security now for our schools. I know it won't be overnight, but fairly fund that. As of course, military veterans would have the better option, of course, sliding into a Homeland Security job where you're protecting schools and campuses, blah blah blah. Yeah, that will help.
Because there's a lot of veterans out there that's waiting for benefits, and they're homeless, don't know where the next meal coming from, and they're suffering from PTSD,
Great.
which
Yes.
is exacerbated by their living conditions.
Yes. Number one, that's a great transition from being, or even make that you have to serve a year or 2 or 3 years after getting out. After separating, you go to a Homeland Security. That way, it helps you with money and housing and benefits.
transitioning over.
Transitioning over.
Exactly what it is, right? Transition.
Ooh, that's actually a good program. You would go right in my state senator.
Right?
I'm trying to get elected for another term.
There we go.
You know what I'm saying?
7 days in and out.
Program that you're still part of the federal government, and you're transitioning from military to civilian, but now you're providing security for all these schools around the nation. And again, like I said, with that, federally funding all schools.
Right.
All schools have the same, and we see, like I said, we see the benefits for all our military schools overseas, Germany, Italy, Korea, Japan, they're well funded. And these teachers for years, I love all my teachers because I grew up going to school in Philippines and in Korea and in Guam, and houses taken care of, health benefits. They're like GS11, GS12. You're talking about like more than $60,000 a year on their salary pay, and they get paid during. I think they get paid. Well, they get paid the whole year, whether they take a vacation or not. So,
right.
All right.
Anyways.
So I was doing some research, and I put the link in the private side of the house if you want to share the screen. But the Department of Labor does have a transition assistance program for the military folks as they become from military to civilian lifestyle.
Right.
So they do have something available. Now the thing about it, does a lot of veterans cope with it? That's another question. And a lot of veterans don't even take advantage of their disability or anything like that. So a lot of things are out there. Just getting either getting the information out there to them, and two, actually like almost forcing them to do the work. I mean, granted, we all know about our finances or our health, but you know how it is staying on a regimen and all this extra stuff. It takes time.
Right.
Yeah.
So
It does. Yeah. I mean, it hurts my heart a lot when I see veterans who are homeless, and there's a lot, not just my state, but in all the other states too. So it's crazy that even happens that way. And we've had even veterans deported. Isn't that crazy?
Whoa.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a lot.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, here the Mexican. Yeah, dude. I don't understand. So that needs to change too. Like when you serve, you're automatically a citizen. Like
It should be.
You would think you could take a bullet, but you can't.
Right?
yeah. No, man. There are people who are,
You know that.
for whatever reason, they're not citizens when they get out. When they get out from the military, it's not funny. I'm sorry. I'm not
It sounds
laughing,
like
but
they use them and then like, okay, no, we've done what you buy. Come on.
Right.
well, yeah, they get in trouble or they get to jail or whatever it is, and they get deported. I'm like, wait a minute, but you served. I don't understand.
You laid your life down on the line for your country.
Yeah.
Won't even keep you.
Yeah. So and then also I think like for example, I'm Jon Stewart just got the Mark Twain award, right? And I love Jon Stewart.
Yeah, he's off.
And Dave Chappelle had a great stand-in for him, in a monologue. Oh my God.
That was very good.
If you can remember Jon Stewart, he was the voice of reason, and he was still a comedian, and he's very intelligent, and we missed him right before 2016 or whatever. He's still active. I think he would be a great president to me.
I think so too. Well, I like how he was fighting for all the survivors of 9/11.
Yes,
and he went to Congress to make sure that they got their money. He shouldn't have to do that, but he did anyway.
Yep. You know what? And I would implore him, don't run for any two parties. Independent. Do your thing. You're not beholden to nobody except for the American public. That's it.
I agree with Ford.
Yeah. And if you know Jon Stewart, please follow him. He has a new podcast that comes out every so often. But he speaks the truth. I think, honestly, he's the good Jew.
Emotional
I love Jon Stewart. Anyways. All right, we'll get in trouble. Jon Stewart, if you're listening, love you, man. All right. All right, guys.
Like
What was
Rappaport,
that?
he kind of iffy sometimes.
Yeah.
Rappaport, he iffy sometimes.
Yeah. All right. Coach Anthony, you ready?
Yep.
All right, got it.
All right, everybody. So I'm actually going to read this passage from Tiffany Aliche, Get Good with Money. So, we talked about the things that what you would do as being a president and so forth. But one of the things I actually thought that is missing a lot from our education is the ability to right to financial education. And one of the things that I have here in her book is that we're going to talk about choose a pay down plan. A lot of people heard of the snowball effect, and either they heard about the Avalanche method. So there are two ways that people often talk about paying down debt. One is a snowball method, and the other is the Avalanche method. Both methods will have you focus on paying the minimum payments on some of your debts in slightly different ways, as their name suggests. There is some appeal and logic to each. Personally, I mix and match, girl. Let's dig in. So I didn't write this, okay? The snowball method prioritizes paying off your debts from smallest to largest, the way that the snowball gains momentum by rolling down the hill in cartoons, regardless of the interest rates for each of your balances. The biggest benefit of the snowball method is that the way that it sets you up for early success. Since you start paying off your smallest debt first, you get rid of the entire account balance sooner than any other alternative pay down approach. And obviously, the Avalanche method is not obviously, but Avalanche method. I'm gonna just kind of jump to that one. I can just talk about it because I already know about it. So the Avalanche method is really just paying off the highest interest first, and the paying off the highest interest first allows you to actually save money over time, but it's still you focusing on the highest interest. I guess say the highest interest debt first, and then focus your way on the lowest one, but you still pay the minimum on the rest, and so you don't forget them all. And that's all it is. But those are just two ways that you can actually pay down your debt and actually get to know a little bit more about your wallet. So again, my name is Anthony from the About That Wallet podcast show. Thank you so much.
The first thing I did to pay off the biggest fucking freaking loan was my loan to my school. Because I didn't use my GI Bill.
Yeah.
I own like 10,000 plus something like that. Anyways, but I didn't use my GI Bill on purpose. So that was the first thing I paid off, and I paid that within I think 2 years like that. I always added like extra. Anyways, yeah, and I heard people like paying off their house first, but isn't it like not beneficial to pay off your house entirely?
Again, it depends on the person. Would you rather have the peace of mind to know that your house is paid off?
But the tax benefits of
Yeah.
a tax shelter, does that?
I mean, after a certain point, the taxes don't matter. Because, I mean, they can keep carrying over. But the same thing can do, like, if you invest. When you invest and you lost more than $3,000, you can only write off $3,000 every year of your personal investments.
Got it.
People
Okay.
didn't know that. Yeah.
Got you.
So, like for me, if I lost $6,000 this year because of the pandemic, I mean because of the drop and everything like that, I will just have to write off $3,000 this year and then $3,000 next year.
Oh, okay. I thought there was a bigger tax shelter. I mean, depending on your state, that if your house is not totally paid off, that
The
you would
biggest,
get.
the best thing you could ever do is put your house in the business. Just make your house a business. Because you can write off everything. Like, so if you gotta get your toilets fixed, if you gotta get the AC fixed, all that's right off for you.
Okay. Well, I didn't know that. Yeah, I mean, I think that's one thing we have. I don't know if you had that on your show talking about using your house as leverage for refinancing and maybe funding for other things. Like, say you have a business, it's like, well, you can refinance your house against that and using that to buy another house and rent that out. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah, I had somebody come on to talk about two different things. So you got the HELOC, and then you also got a cash out refinance.
Okay.
Cash out refinance, you got a cost up front, which is the closing cost, so you have to pay. Versus a HELOC is like a credit card. It's just It's just a balance against your house that is available for 7 years, and as soon as you pay it back, it's available for you to use again. So
awesome.
Yeah, one guy bought up his whole neighborhood using that same process.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, the whole neighborhood? Damn.
He was on my show. I gotta look up what episode it was. But I'll let you know.
That's dope.
Yeah. I think that's also to talk about like legacy money. The right type of life insurance. I talked about offline, the right type of life insurance that helps general legacy money. Yeah. Generational wealth, where you're borrowing against it, and if someone passes away, that it funds that.
Generational wealth. Yeah.
Generational wealth. Yeah, there you go. I'm sorry.
What is it? Genital warts.
I thought he said genital.
That's a different topic.
Oh, what that?
All right. Well, yeah, great stuff there, Coach Anthony. Again, about that wallet, catch him. You be starting your Wednesday live shows soon, or
on the 6th of July.
6th of July. Great, perfect. Sorry, catch in. But like we said, always, please, the best way and the cheapest way to help us is like and subscribe both our channels, and that will help us in the algorithms. Yeah. We love to have that.
All that.
And
all right, so I think we have 3 callers be calling in.
Really?
So we have a new segment. I'm brand new, so maybe a little thing here. So if you have the first caller, please call me in right now, and I'm going to intro our newest segment here. Check it out.
He's calling, I think.
Someone's calling. Yeah. Oh, not yet. There you go. All right, so this is a new segment here as we're waiting for the call to come in. Basically, you give us a challenge or a problem, and we give you the almost worst advice I give you. No, we'll try to give you the best advice.
We'll try to get the best advice we can. Yeah.
All right, here you go. Stand by. Hello.
Yes.
Is this Mr. Edwin?
This is Charles.
Charles. Okay, Charles.
Bachmeyer.
Hey, Charles.
All right, welcome to the show. This is our first caller, and Highway 54 here will hear out your problem, and we will try to give you the best advice. So, what's your problem here?
This here is my problem. I've been listening to you guys, all right, and I understand that you have a couple of DJs on the line here, and just want to throw out something right here. Let me know if I have this friend. And I want to serenade her on tomorrow. I'm a trucker. I travel back and forth across the highways, and I just want to know if I sing this little tune to her, do you think she'd like it? Would you let me know what you think?
Of course.
Yes.
Hold on. I got a couple questions first for you. Always got
all right.
First question is, did she already put you in the friend zone?
Oh, no. I talk to this lady every night.
Nice.
Okay.
Every night.
Okay, so second question is, do you have a voice?
I talk, so I have something. I'm under the impression that if you can talk, you can sing.
Okay.
We'll see in a
Well,
minute.
I hear a little tone in that voice. So
Yeah. I hear some boys and men in that. Okay.
yes,
Okay.
a little bit of Teddy
There's
Pendergrass
something
there.
in there. I just want to know if it's good enough. There's something
Yeah.
in there. I just want to know if it's good enough.
Well, we throw the mic to you, Barry Wright.
All right.
All right. All
We're
right.
ready.
Here we go. Oh, and I just want to love you just for a night. Kissing and hugging and holding tight. Do you let me love you with all of my might? The reason that we here, the reason that we feel like feelings won't disappear. All right, what do you think? Emotional, damn it! Is that emotional, damn it?
I'm taking one to the head for that. I'm serious.
Panty dropper.
That's what I needed to know. That's what I needed to know.
Yeah.
Man, hey,
You got the draws.
you about to
Yeah.
get a restraining order on you.
Getting hot in here, man. Woo.
Yeah.
I feel a little moist.
Well, that was not for you, brother. That was not for you. All right. I don't go both ways. I only go in one.
Oh my God.
Bruh.
I'll take a shot for that.
Bruh.
Why I feel like that's the male version of Michelet.
Who is that? Who is Michelet? Who is Michelet?
Yeah.
Yeah, she has a
So,
really high voice, but then she sings and it's something totally different that'll completely shock you.
Gotcha.
Yeah. From the voice to that high, that's a high soprano, high tenor with there. Oh, okay.
Yes.
All
yes.
right.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
think,
I got a quick question for you too. What made you pick Earth, Wind, and Fire, and especially Philip Bailey's verse?
Ooh.
Well, I don't think I'm gonna sing that song to her. I just wanted to know if my voice was good enough.
No.
Oh yeah.
that's
You
good.
looking your jelly on that one.
You got it.
See, we
That's
can't
what I
even-
need. Now I can
we
take.
can't
I can
even-
take my little blue pill before I get there. What do you think?
Whoa.
Emotional.
All right now.
Hey, but real quick,
Love it. Love it.
I'm not trying to brag on this podcast or anything like that, but the advice that we give is for grown folks, and we would advise you to go to a corner store, get you a Mountain Dew
Mm.
and a Rhino pill, and trust me, that drink is called the Head Bustle.
Yeah.
And what you'll be doing is
Busting head.
you be busting headboard
Yeah.
action. Yeah, you do
I
that.
don't know if I want to bump a head. I don't think I want to bump a head. That don't sound good to me.
Hey, mini
Bump a head.
amnesia.
That don't sound good. That don't sound good.
You can get a check. Okay.
Also,
As long as she ain't foaming at the mouth, you okay?
yeah.
I'm all for the check now. I'm all for the check.
Cocoa butter and wash your balls, please.
Cocoa butter and wash your balls.
But you can also put a helmet on her.
Ain't no water out there on the truck now. It ain't no water in the truck.
Hey,
You got to take this like it is.
Yeah, you got baby wipes. Baby wipes.
you got at least a baby.
Some dude wipes.
Dude wipes.
But
Dude
no,
wipes.
like, you're right. You
I'll
can,
stop to the store.
Yeah, what's your favorite football team?
you can get our helmet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Raiders.
Raider. Yeah.
Raider
The
haters.
The Las Vegas Raiders. I love them. I love them. I tell you, I
You're
love them.
trying to rate her. I see how you did that.
I
see
respect
what
you
you
I
now.
did.
see what he did
I
there.
see what you did.
I see what
Yeah.
you
Oh,
did.
Yes, sir.
man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I like that. All right. So the best advice, that's go ahead, sing. Well, guys, and girls there, should he lick his lips? Should it be like eye contact? What would we do
I mean,
here?
lick his lips
Well,
like
is
that.
this-
Yeah.
Yeah, it works for LL. So
El Cool you know.
Hey, I say cut out the
I
middle,
don't
man.
think that's gonna work, fellas. But give me some good advice about how should I bring it on, or how should I approach her with this song?
Okay.
Play it over.
Me personally, what I would do,
Mm-hmm.
have that helmet in hand, have on nothing but one Timberland boot and a tool belt. And start singing.
One Timberland boot.
Well, I don't want to scare her with my tool there. I don't wanna scare her. one way or the other.
You a handyman.
Yeah.
Thunderbird and grapefruit juice.
Yeah.
You know what? That sounds like a plan. I think I'll get my overalls out and a hammer on my side, and I think I'll work that out.
And you'd be surprised what one ceiling fan blade can do in a bedroom too.
Mm.
Ooh, that's a little freaky there, buddy. That's a little freaky.
Yeah.
One ceiling fan.
It's cheaper to keep a dad by.
Hell yeah.
No, you just got to take that woman in your hands, take her in your arms, take her in a nice quiet place, and just start singing and dancing with her.
Yeah. I think
Like
whatever
somebody
you
that's done it before.
whatever you do leading up to that, it doesn't matter, because once you start singing in that beautiful angel voice, it's down. It's panty dropper.
Yes, sir.
Cool, fellas, cool. Well, I tell you what, I know there are people just itching to get in here, so I'm gonna go ahead and get on this road and head on my way to Virginia.
You're right.
I hope to hear. You know what? I might call back in on another day and let you know how it happened.
Yes, sir. You better.
One more quick thing though. Make sure you do it when she's on a full stomach. You don't want her to be hangry.
No.
Little thing.
But I also don't want it coming out the other end either. I'll make sure she eats a salad first.
Yeah.
No roughage. No roughage.
Yeah. At least you'll get some hot dogs. Or kasabi, whatever. Salami, hot dog, I don't care. Ballpark. I don't know.
Well, I thank you. I'm going to try these things out.
All right,
Y'all
Charles.
have a nice day now, yeah.
All right, Charles.
All right,
Thank you so
Charles.
much,
Thank
man.
you,
Thank you for
Charles.
calling in.
Yeah.
All right. Give it up for
Yes,
Charles,
sir.
everybody.
Yeah.
And by the way, we say you're welcome after all that good advice. You're welcome.
All right, we're waiting for the next caller. Please call on in.
They have
That was fun.
No,
All right, Charles.
No
That was
rinse
fun.
bathing wipes, by the way.
Bathing wipes, yeah.
Bathing wipes. No rinse.
Those unscented dude wipes really work.
Yeah. Some Bath and Body, you know what I'm saying? Make the truck feel good.
Are you saying Bath and Body for you, or
No, for the truck, Charles. That's Charles' name. Charles. Yeah.
they have
Almost
dude
said his real
wipes?
name.
Though.
They
Dude,
well, they have
yeah.
Bath Body Works for men too.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
do. They do, but
They
it's really, yeah.
Long as it's
Yeah.
not cucumber
A
milk.
little lavender to the balls, a little spritz. Pss, pss, you know,
Or
you
you
get
just
calm.
stick a sprig of spearmint down there.
All right, we're waiting for the next caller here calling in again. This is our new segment. Thanks, Charles. I almost said his real name too. I think I did. No one caught that.
Your next caller is about to come.
All right, here you go. There you go. All right. Hello.
Hello?
Hi. You're on the Highway 54 live podcast. What's your name?
Hi, my name's Iris Cross.
What was it again?
Eyes crossed.
Iris Cross.
Iris. Hi, Iris.
Hey.
Hey,
All right.
what's happening?
So, what's your problem for tonight?
I was wondering how I could, not my problem, I guess, but I wanted to try to get my mother out there dating more. I'm trying to think of some ideas of what to do.
How old is your mother?
She's older. She's like 74.
74. Okay.
74 and active.
Inactive.
Yeah, I mean,
brother.
after that, she goes to the park and comes home.
I'll tell you.
What?
I got a brother. He's single.
Ooh.
Oh God.
She wanted to work though, right? Am I right?
Yeah.
Iris?
Yeah, I would think she wanted to work. I mean, I think she'd probably be good just for like a good phone call once a week. And then, it could like upgrade into going out on a date or something.
So she don't want to be, like smashed out or anything like that.
What the hell?
I thought this was supposed to be
By the time you're 73 years old, like, hey, you pretty much done it all. So that is very acceptable to smash on the first date.
Because this is
I mean, yeah.
That's my art. That's the worst advice.
You probably wouldn't mind.
Everybody
She probably wouldn't run. She's tired of waiting, probably.
So, here's a question. Here's my question. So to help us give you the best advice. So, is your mother like lonely for companionship, or is she just looking for another lifelong partner?
I think she's kind of lonely, and I think she's just kind of scared to take the first step.
Yeah. Okay. You know, yeah, I think it's the best place, I would say, obviously, is to. Does she walk? Is she able? Is she walking? She can.
Oh yeah, she's able.
Dance, she can sing. She's beautiful.
I don't want to say church because church is not the best place. Just because you go to church doesn't mean you're holy. Here you go.
That is true.
I guess within friends will be the best judgment, and then start with little dates here and there. I guess hooking up our mothers or our fathers who are of that age with people that we know. Like Anthony and Carla has a brother, of that age, so that would be a good start.
Her brother ain't that age.
He's not that age, but I mean, he's fun.
I don't know. There's a dating app for that. There is a dating app, but I'm not sure if that's age.
You can filter by age for Tinder.
Yeah.
But I was thinking just like.
But the bad part is that we don't want to make sure it's some guy in some third world country on the app put catfish in here. Yeah. So we want to hook up your mom with real people. So I mean,
not to cut you off, but you know what I think? I think a lot of times we make things a little too complicated when it comes to dating. So I think you just have to keep it super duper simple. Yeah. She has a vehicle, right?
Yeah.
Meet somebody that might be able to help her out with her vehicle at a Home Depot or someplace like that. They can help her out with stuff at her house. Handyman. She might come across a janitor or a contractor. You never know.
Yeah.
Start off at AutoZone because everybody needs a go to AutoZone. And if worst come to worst, he might get some discounts on some black ice air freshener.
Or Home Depot. Right? I'm saying, at least to fix the house.
Yeah.
He might hang around there.
Just hang around Home Depot.
He might got to hook up on some wood.
Or some money house.
Some wood.
Yeah. You want to be cool? You want to be acting kind of cool? I just thought about it. We can start a what do you call that? Birthday gram, but the guys and girls are of age. They're like in the late 60s and 70s.
Yeah.
And they visit old homes and all that.
You like sausage.
You get that fetish
mixer going.
Yeah. Samuel L. Jackson lookalike,
Old Jackson.
You like sausage.
Yeah. In my culture, honestly, my grandmothers or my aunties who are of that age, man, they don't look. I don't know the testosterone, the sexual drive at that age, if it's up or down. I'm not sure. It could be different for everybody. But I think for your mom, it's more of like a companionship. I'm sorry, I don't laugh. Yeah. More companionship than anything. So I think it's better for all of us as a community to find like, hey, I have this uncle, I have this brother, I have this this friend who works at so and so, and to kind of introduce them. And then go from there. I think at that point at 70, it's not about sex; it's more about companionship. And
I agree.
Yeah, and at that point also, like, maybe it's not always guys, maybe even females. You know, I have aunties, uncles. I have aunties who were married for a long time, and then their husband passed away, and they're actually more attracted to females. So it may be more of a companionship versus sex. Don't get me wrong. I think I heard in the old folk homes that they have STDs going around. Because,
I have heard that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't want to generalize.
Atlanta, that's like
They
one
may
of the
get
highest,
G with it in there.
age brackets in Atlanta for STDs.
Yeah,
is
yeah,
between
yeah,
I think between 45 and 70.
yeah. So
What? Wow.
I think that's one question you need to ask your mom is like, is it more of a companionship or versus, to be honest, is it more sexual? Then, you
Or
She
if
gotta.
did say she wanted one good leg before she died.
There you go. There you
Or if
go.
somebody knows a janitor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of janitor, you can go to the schools. I know when I used to drop my son off at the schools, man, all the old daddies over there, they crack me up checking out all the women in there. So
Yeah.
The older you get, the less of a filter you have. So it's somebody that's just no nonsense. Number one, a shade tree mechanic, a janitor, because they ain't got time for no foolishness from their little kids. Or seniors cruise, like Tim said, seniors cruise. That's a good idea. Or like Flora said, to the islands. Stella.
Yeah.
Dexter
Take her to the islands. Ooh.
That's true.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
senior cruise.
To a girl trip. I'm like, come on, mom.
Or with your mom, you can go to a cruise. And I think like almost 80%, there's a lot of retirees that going on these cruises.
Only
Right.
Alaskan
That's
cruise.
true.
The average age was 72 when I went.
Wow.
There you go. See? There you go. Right?
Or Royal Caribbean.
It was
Yeah.
Norwegian.
Yeah.
Norwegian. Oh.
Actually, that's a great idea. A lot of these cruises have these retirees going on cruises, and that's a great place to meet and connect with people of that certain age. And of course, most of them will have money because you go to
If
cruise.
they can afford to go on a cruise.
Yeah, they paid.
yeah.
They try to.
Yeah.
adopt me. I was
They'd
trying
rather pay for a cruise than pay for gas money.
Yeah.
So you can go over your
That's
mom
true.
and then kind of introduce them, and then they can do have their dancing and blah blah. And one day it comes to my cabin. Okay, let's go.
But you need to pay her back for when you were growing up. You need to give her a curfew.
Yeah, but we gotta remind them about the birds and the bees, man. Contraceptive, like you gotta wear a condom.
You're protected.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We won't have to worry about
Saran wrap.
pregnancy.
Saran wrap, sandwich bag, all of that.
All of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Cruises.
Cruises. There you go. Yeah, that's a cruise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much.
And
Yeah.
auto
Any more advice for the mom?
I would say it's just any place that she frequent and that person just happens to be there. That's what they're gonna do on their free time. So she don't have to worry about it. So if she meets somebody at the bar, hey, that's where they're gonna be at on their free time. If she meets them at Home Depot, that's where they at on their free time when they're not around her.
You're getting wood.
Yeah.
Did you say
true.
You're getting wood from Home Depot.
Yeah. With the wood glue. Yeah.
Exactly.
You got knots in it.
Yeah.
Oh, that wood filler.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
All right, Iris. Thank you so much for calling in, for being our
Thank
number
you,
2
Iris.
caller ever. Thank you so much.
Awesome.
Okay, we'll talk to you
Thank
later.
you.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.
All right. That's our first 2 callers of our new segments. Call us in. Oh man, great. Charles, what was his name? Charles and Iris. Thanks for calling in. All right, let's go into our last segment here.
Uh-oh.
And
Did somebody else call?
do we have another caller? Oh, we have another caller. We do. Ooh, we have
We
another
give
caller.
good advice.
Okay.
That's what that is.
Woo, we give you good advice.
Yeah.
Hello,
You're welcome.
Hello.
can you hear us?
Yeah.
Okay, what's your name?
Oh my God. It's Gladys the baddest.
Gladys the baddest.
What up?
Caller number 9.
Tell her what she won.
Some chitlin quesadillas.
Oh, we should have
Brian,
that
you
next
worked in the
time.
box.
That's great. We should have a caller number 9, blah 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 with
We
price.
should.
All right,
We
cool.
should.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Gladys. This is Highway 54. What's your problem today?
All right. So I'm having like an early life crisis. I'm about to turn 30, you know. I'm trying to figure out, you know, should I go back to school and get my master's, or should I just like say F it all, you know, let my morals down and just be a stripper? Because they seem to be winning these days, you know?
Ooh. Cardi B in the making here. Okay.
That's what I'm saying. I could be a rapper,
Okay.
you know?
Okay, so let's see. Okay, so you're about to turn 30, right? You said.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and you're deciding between a master's and making that money.
Yep.
Okay, there's nothing wrong with making that money. There, if you have an
Mhm.
ends to a means, and there is actually great money making, doing, dancing on the poles or whatever you gotta do, right?
Yep.
And Cardi B is probably the prime great example of making that money, and now she's at a top of her game. If you have an end game of making that money and trying to invest that, and you have your rules and regulations of like how you live your life and how you're good to go. I have no judgment. I don't give a fuck.
Yes.
Fuck.
Right.
You don't have no
You gonna come
judgment
see
against
me?
that. Yeah. If you got it, I mean, we don't see you. I mean, you can send me a picture if you want to, but but yeah, if you got it and you still do it. I know. I'm gonna tell you right now. I know people who make $10,000 a month.
See, you're selling me. You're selling me.
$10,000 a month.
It's what you do with that money.
It's what you do with that money. And that's why you talk to Coach Anthony, invest that money. I get it.
He hasn't said shit. He's like, nah, you go back to school.
Masters, I'm gonna tell you right now. Okay, I'm gonna tell you for real, and Carla and Anthony and Mr. A can contest this. We know a lot of educated motherfuckers. Education is so easy to get.
Yes.
Just because you have your master's don't mean shit.
Yes.
Nowadays.
Well, that's
Just because you have your PhD don't mean it's pennies. So if you want to earn, if you have say I want to own a house, I want to invest, and you got it, I'm telling you, work that pole. You know what I'm saying? Work that pole, get that money, because you're educated. You know, what's that one movie called The Players Club?
The Players Club.
Diamond. What's her name?
It was Diamond.
Yeah, Diamond. Yeah,
Lisa Ray.
she knew what she wanted and she knew what she get. But you know there are people who will pay for whatever you have, and while you're still young, do it.
I think she need to go to acting school. Because to be completely honest with you, go to acting school, because like Carla just said, those strippers that are really making money are acting like strippers on P Valley. Think about it.
Nice.
You're welcome.
You're right.
Also, did you know?
I'll be your manager.
Did you know that Lady Gaga
I'll be advertising.
is writer, songwriter, and performer? Obviously, she used to perform in strip clubs, bare-chested, playing piano and singing.
What?
Yeah.
Boy, Lady Gaga.
Just
Of your Korean boy. I mean, oops, sorry.
But here's the thing. I would probably move in a state or city where you're getting top dollar. I mean, I wouldn't be like in any
Magic City, here I come.
poke, whatever,
But
man. You know
then
what I'm
at the
saying?
same time,
But you ain't gonna do it at Fuegos.
as long as you're comfortable within yourself, and if you got stretch marks that look like bacon, you need to go to a city that appreciates that, like Atlanta.
Like Baltimore.
I'm just being real. You got some strip clubs where they enjoy people that have bullet wounds and burns. So
Not bullet wound.
on Tuesdays.
pick the right city. You might
They
have
got
to go
makeup
to,
for that.
you might have to go to Decatur, where it's greater. You're welcome.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, what is it? It's a place in California called Deja Vu. It said hundreds of pretty girls and 3 ugly ones.
Oh.
Yeah.
They're on every corner over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but as long as you can make it clap, but you'll be all right.
So here's my thing. Okay, like have a goal. Like, hey, I want to make X amount, right? For example, there are very few people out there that make $200 a day. Right? Sure. Where in the fucking world can you make more than $200 a day? Right? So you have a cap. So if you're making $200 a day, say you work Monday through Saturday, $200 to $500 a day, you have an end goal. Like, I want to make this amount of money and get the fuck out.
Wait, do you got good knees?
You gotta have good ankles too, because you're gonna have to wear them real high transparent heels.
Transparent.
Gotta have my mega knees.
Yes.
Make sure the blood runs to your head when you
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
You can't
there
be getting
is an
burned or
end
nothing
goal.
like that from the pole.
End goal and how much money you make, and tell you about it. A lot of that cash is tax free. So
That's right. That's right.
So what's your stage name? Have you thought that part out?
I haven't got that far yet.
Gladys the baddest.
Remember, who's the old lady coming out?
And make sure you can't be leaving stuff all on the pole.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't leave dingleberries or nothing like that around there neither. And you can't be having no public hairs hanging out.
Nope.
Public
Public hair.
Yeah. So, girl, dude, if you have a plan and you have an objective, fuck, do it. And you got the body, you got the charisma. It's about the charisma too, man.
Yeah.
Just because you have the body and you're an asshole, I'm not giving you my dollars.
Yeah, who are we to judge you for what you do?
You know, why not do both? You could still go to school and
Yeah, you
Sure.
could too.
Went through school.
But the thing is, what is your goal? Are you here to invest, or are you fucking to get a job?
What are
That
you
needs a
doing? What are you
master.
gonna do with the
She
money?
said she
And
was fucking, though.
but then if you what are you doing with the money? If that's the case, what if somebody throws you a whole case of quarters or whatever like that because they ain't had no dollar bills? What you gonna do?
Take the
Them quarters
quarters.
hurt. Them quarters hurt.
Yeah. Workers constipation.
Yeah, because it's gonna be backed up by the time you get that check.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
So yeah. There's the pole dancing is an artwork. Number one, you gotta learn how to move, how to dance, how to be seductive, right? That's an art. So it's not all about. It's what you do after the fact
yes.
that makes you character, questionable. So I know a lot of people in the business who do it for the money, and as long as they invest their money, 4 or 5 years, whatever you gotta do.
You got it though. Gladys got it. I mean, she can do a damn butterfly that will make your head spin. Butterfly, that's all.
You got to get the eagle on.
That's right. I tell her, oh, break it up.
Break it up.
Florida like change spins too, man. You got to roll a
It
quarters.
seems like your mind is already made up, so but you still wanted to tell us that. But so we gave you some
Can I
perfect
add a
life
little bit
advice.
of sound advice?
But
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, here comes Anthony.
There you go.
Just add a little bit of sound advice. If your job offers a tuition reimbursement program or pay off your school, I'll say it back to what Mr. A was saying is go ahead on and do both. Like, let your job pay for you, especially if you didn't get your promotion. Let them pay for your schooling. You get your money.
That's what they do for Calvin on McDonald's, right? Way to go, young blood.
You get paid, get paid.
Well, Whack Arnold's.
Yeah.
You want to make rib? You got to come through me.
My God, punk bitch.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. Did you get the answer that you like? What do you think?
I did. I'm gonna still think about it, but y'all gave me some good advice. So I'll let y'all know.
Come up with a link whenever come out. Stage name. You might be able to utilize the one Timberland boot, the ceiling fan blade, and the think about it.
Damn it. Come out there with
And Tim wants to know, are you open to being a sugar mama?
Ooh. No, Tim asking right now.
Oh, there. I gotta think about it.
Yo, but the thing is, like, hey, look, Floyd, I need to make a down payment. So, you know what I'm saying? How much is it? 20%? Fuck, make that down payment. I don't give a fuck. But like I said,
talking about Gloria.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
You might have been talking about the previous call.
Yeah. All right, Gloria. Thank you so much for calling in.
He's just called it more. That's goddess.
All right. Bye, Gloria. Thank you so much. That was good. That was good.
That was good, man.
Wrong as shit.
Yeah.
But you're welcome.
All right. Let's go to our last episode, our last segment here, man. Okay. Woo! I'm hot right now.
Well, it's hot over here, Floyd.
I
It
think
is,
that
it is
was
hot.
moist over
That's
there.
that OE.
Yeah. All right.
That sounds like a favorite song right there.
Right?
I know, right?
I was-
On the poll. Supreme Court last Friday. Supreme Court overturns Roe versus Wade, ending right to abortion upheld for decades. So, in a historic, far-reaching decision, the U.S. Supreme Court officially reversed Roe versus Wade on Friday, declaring that the constitutional right to abortion upheld for nearly half a century no longer exists. So, the guy that is in the controversy, and actually there's 6 of them. Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas on Friday says landmark high court ruling that established gay rights and contraceptives also rights should be reconsidered now that the federal court abortion has been revoked. He's talking about also other rulings, the Griswold versus Connecticut, which is a 1965 ruling in the Supreme Court saying married couples have the right to obtain contraceptives. Lawrence versus Texas, which established the right to engage in private sexual acts, and the ruling Abergel, Felt, and Hodges, which says that there is a right to same-sex marriages, might be on the block also. So, what do you guys think? What at the federal level, Roe versus Wade? How do you think that will affect the rest of the nation? Because now they're putting the decision to the state of abortions. So I know some states have legal abortion and some have illegal abortions. What do you think?
Me personally, I have a problem.
I know that.
I got a lot of them, but this is an added one. I personally am not. I'm not a woman, so if a decision that I make that pertains to me should be my business, and if I believe in a creator or what have you, then that's between us. It has nothing to do with government, whether it's state or federal. How can you tell me that I can't do what I want to do with my body? Number one. Number two, you already took prayer out of school. So there's no such thing as division between church and state. So if I can't have my own religious beliefs, then how can you tell me what to do with my own body? Where does it stop? I mean, I'm not understanding. So you mean to tell me that all these weird sex laws that they have in different states that should be repealed as well, but we're not talking about that. And I just happen to have 11 of the weirdest ones. If y'all want to hear one real quick, this is ridiculous. In Alabama, if a woman loses a game of pool, it is illegal for her to sell her tab with sex. How is that a thing? I mean, just little stupid stuff like that. I mean, that's still a thing out there.
Been done.
Come on, man.
Yeah, you're right. People will still be getting abortions. It's like
They will.
Butler. Yeah. Yep. Yep. That is true. So they're going to be putting more people at risk. So what about back to these nasty ass pedophiles? If they get somebody pregnant, if they get one of these kids pregnant or something like that, so they parents can't choose. I mean, what you're going to destroy? I mean, the child's body's already destroyed. There's so many like different moving parts with that. I mean, there's so many things that can happen.
But think about it.
Like say, God forbid, if one of your wives got pregnant and somebody that raped them.
Right.
Are you trying to raise that? I mean, if she feels a certain way about her body, I mean, and y'all make a decision.
Yeah.
But you have the government that's making it for you.
But
and then every day you have to see this child's face, who is not yours, but is your wife or whatever, or sister or mother, whatever. because of a rape that happened before, how does that help the child and you as a family unit for generations and
Yes.
generations and generations? There are
Right.
so many. There are so many aspects of what happens when you get raped or health-wise or whatever. But to force a female to have to have birth because it's against the law to have an abortion.
Mm-hmm.
Who are we to say that to someone?
But I have a problem with the fact that a couple weeks ago there was an article about a woman who was raped,
Mm-hmm.
and then the guy that raped her, who was out of jail,
Mm.
he got child support from her.
Yeah, he did.
Wow.
Where do you do that?
Wow.
Come
Wow.
on, man. Really?
No,
That's
that's not right. No.
Yeah.
That's wrong as hell.
100%.
Yeah.
And then we all
Now, at the federal level, it is illegal, of course, a Supreme Court. But I think it's going to be changed because they're going to codify it, with going through the Senate and the House. But because we know weed is legal in each state, so they're putting it to the state, but at a federal level. But my thing is the precedence of like changing these rules that have been around for 40, 50 years. My thing is also, I think it's not a political thing. I think it's more of an ethic and moral, or just because I want to change the rules or these laws. I'm Christian, but who am I to say to another person who have a different religion to force my ethics and moral values or religious values to you? I think that's the heart of the issue, is that we're letting these extreme Christians,
Mm-hmm.
where I have been calling them the American Taliban, of their Bible, that they think that they can force upon the 350 million people's moral values on them. If you don't like something like an abortion, that's you. That's your family. I don't give a flying fuck. If Eric and their family wants to have an abortion, it's their choice.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do we have laws to ban vasectomy? I'm saying it right.
vasectomy.
Yeah. Oh, do we ban that?
No.
Why? That's reproductive. That's semen that's fucking coming out to produce life. Why are we not banning that?
That's a good question.
He got questions.
Floyd,
Yeah.
I got
Yeah.
questions.
Yeah.
So it's not a left and right. It's not a religious
No,
thing.
it's not.
It's, I think, a minority of the United States, and I say minority really quite well, it's specific, that they're enforcing their rule of law and ethics and moral values upon 350 other, maybe 255 million people. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Well,
Who gives a fuck? If you like red, I like green.
Mhm.
Why would you force me to like green, red?
Okay. So now to go along with your question, where does this put manufacturers of Plan B pill? What's going on with that? So
That's the
now
question.
they're saying it specifically wasn't in the Constitution about the abortion or anything like that. Okay, so now you're saying it's specifically not in the Constitution, but you specifically said if the fetus is viable and if it moved. That's not in the Constitution either. So are you picking and choosing what you want to abide by when it comes to the Constitution that was written hundreds of years ago?
Yes.
Where do you draw the line? You just can't pick and choose parts of the Bible and make it work. No, it don't work. Not like that. You can't pick and choose whatever you want out of the Constitution to fit your narrative.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy. To me, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
How are you going to tell me or somebody else what to do with their body? It's something else is coming. They're going to get to the point to where, okay, well, everybody has to get chipped. No.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be all types of weird stuff kicking in.
Yeah. I think what's going to happen in the next 2 or 3 years, if this does not get codified, that abortions will still be there. Right? Because there's too many situations within your own life, anybody's life, that they need to get an abortion.
Right.
It's going to hurt more of the people who are not of means, right? or or the workers, the people who have less than the medium range of being a middle class, and you're going to have a lot of more illegal abortions because they
Yeah,
have
like
no
yeah,
choice.
Right.
like you said, homemade abortions can kill.
Homemade abortions, and
Mhm.
Yeah.
yeah, but
That'll come up.
I do applaud in a positive way. I do applaud a lot of companies out there are now offering and really publicly saying, hey, if anybody employees in my company that needs an abortion, we will take care of the expenditures of going to another state and taking care of the of your abortions. So I applaud those companies coming out, specifically saying they will take care of their employees. But it's a small line of, like, it's a really thin line of, like, what's next.
I want to know what's on Anthony's mind.
Yeah, Anthony.
Really?
Yeah.
What is multiple things? So first, I didn't even think about the Plan B bill, but one of the things was child support. When is that going to kick in? Do that kicks in as soon as the woman find out that they're pregnant, or does it take into effect when the baby takes its first breath?
Yeah.
That's one thing. Secondly, I was thinking about, are there going to be more killings? Meaning, because when they find out that the woman is pregnant, hey, there's no abortion clinics nearby, all the killings are going to increase.
Yeah.
Thirdly, our interracial, I guess fourthly, our interracial couples are going to get broken up now because of it. And then also, it's like, how many people are going to come forward, from other high political parties are going to say that their child their child had to get an abortion. Will that become a running topic now? Because several in the past, a lot of politicians actually talked about their children having abortions at younger ages. So it's kind of like, how's the conversations going to change? Even though this is just for one item, it's like, all right, what's next, or what's left that's going to be left up to the states to kind of decide from that nature. So, from the financial implications, are people actually like, will condom sales start to go up again? Will condoms be free? Will universal health care for the babies or for the women become unlimited at this point? Because they are forced now to carry this baby.
Yeah.
They also going to be forced to kind of have more premiums now.
Yeah.
Back to the equal pay. What are the implications? Will men have to now pay a higher tax because they had the baby? I don't know. Where does it end?
So now, what? Funny you say that. And I'm also wondering too: are they going to do any more monitoring as far as people going to places like Mexico or anything like that?
Yeah.
Possibly have that too. So, are they checking with hospitals down there or other ones? I don't know. It's a rabbit hole.
The floor says insurance should start covering Plan B.
But will they stop the manufacturing of Plan B also?
Right. Is that going to be in there?
Yeah.
Because
if that's the case, what are they going to do about people that are protesting that want to have abortions or actually for a woman to have that right? Because they in front of abortion clinics, they're going to have to eventually, certain states, they're going to have to shut down completely. So they're out of a job. So what do they do?
Yeah, so the careers are going to be impacted too.
Yeah, careers are being impacted, families being impacted, child care be impacted, medical be impacted. Right now, as of we speak, there is 424,000 children in the U.S. foster care. So my question to a lot of these pro-life, how many children have you adopted?
That's a good question.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Crickets.
Yeah.
Or how many kids, just like Herschel Walker, how many kids have you had outside of your other children that you just want to claim now?
I just found out that I am Herschel Walker's son.
Emotional, damn it.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Oh,
I checked my pants.
Emotional, damn it.
Yes, mental health will be impacted.
they call them tripod.
I sorry, like the Democrats, you guys, I'm sorry, you got to fight dirty. I'm sorry. Vote, and vote. And in other things with our Democrats and Republicans, stop. We need to elect people who are of age, who are
Wait, what is of age though? Because a lot
none of
these
age.
Yeah, a lot of
I
these
say
older-
30, 40, 50 at the most.
Some of these younger people are actually doing a lot more and know a lot
Yeah.
more than these older.
Yeah.
Right.
Stop
Right.
electing these 80, 70-year-old
Right.
white men and women. Both sides.
That part.
Yeah.
Both sides. I agree.
It-
Both sides.
Yeah, they're out of touch of what's America needs right now.
Now.
They're
They're out of touch
still
now.
using Polaroid cameras.
Exactly. How do they and a lot of these people making decisions, senators and congressmen making decisions that they don't know nothing about that.
Mhm.
They don't know how to be a minority. They don't know how to be not without not knowing like how rent's going to be paid or food's going to be paid or healthcare is going to be paid. How many of those politicians right now understand that challenge?
I bet they know all the words to Sweet Home Alabama, though.
They sure do.
I said it.
I do.
So, but I implore all those who are protesting right now with Roe versus Wade, make your voice heard, but please vote. Vote.
Yeah. It don't matter what you say if you don't vote.
Don't even make it close.
Well, that's the thing. I think a lot of people that are complaining didn't vote.
Yeah.
But they got to understand too. Voting is just not every 4 years for a presidential candidate.
It's
You
a
have to
local
vote
election.
on a local level too.
Yes.
It's the
Yeah.
local level.
Every 2 years, you can vote in a sheriff. You can vote in a
Every 2
DA.
years.
But if you're
You can do all of
independent,
it.
you can't.
Yeah. Every 2 years.
Governor, a judge, all of them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
And that's exactly what Trump did. He got a whole bunch of judges in there that have his same point of view. So now when he's out and they have a lifetime employment as a judge, they can do whatever they want.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Wrap it up, B.
Ladies and gentlemen, 424,000 children right now in the foster care.
Wow.
Roe versus Wade. It's not illegal. It's not illegal in some states, but where does it go next after this? Right? What other decisions will be turned? So it's important that you guys vote every 2 years, every 6 years, whatever it is. Senators and congressmen. That's actually more important than the president of the United States. It is important,
Absolutely.
And as Democrats and Republicans and independents, please fucking stop getting these old motherfuckers on the ballot. 80 years old. Who the fuck?
Right?
80 years old.
Oh my
right?
gosh.
Right, brain deteriorating and shit.
Yeah,
Exactly.
They can't take the 12 off the VCR. They don't need to be doing.
Exactly.
Why they still got a VCR?
I know, right?
Betamax.
Beta-
Yeah, for real.
yeah. If they knew who the Beatles are, motherfucker.
Yeah, 8-track.
If they met,
If they caught a fucking
Real,
first
real.
concert of the Beatles, they're old,
Oh
motherfucker.
my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah. You know? Please. We got to vote. We got to vote these people out and get these young people back into our state.
The right young
Congress.
people.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you so much, man. It's been a pleasure, man. It was fun.
That was fun.
We had our
today.
first segment with our callers. And
Yeah. Thank you, callers.
yes,
That was
Oh,
awesome.
yeah.
Thank you. Yes, you are awesome. Thank
You're
you.
quite well.
Charles,
Charles, and Gladys.
Gladys.
Yeah, be safe on the mean streets, Charles.
Yeah. All right.
Oh,
Don't forget to like us on Facebook, on YouTube. Subscribe. Also, tell your friends, tell your families. Come on, it doesn't take that much to subscribe. And also to About That Wallet with Coach Anthony. He's got a webpage there. A Facebook and Instagram and YouTube. Catch us, like us, subscribe, comment, and help
Smash
us.
that like button.
Yes, sir. All right. Highway 54. Happy Sunday, everybody. Stay cool as the hot summers. DJ Kid Mango, DJ Mr. A, Carla, DJ D3, and Coach Anthony. See you guys. DJ 3. All right. Peace out, everybody.
We hope you enjoyed the show today. Do us a favor and click on the like button or share our podcast. Thanks for listening. Till next time, we are Highway 54.